Tom came to us, last summer, like the first summer we opened, maybe a month after our doors were open. He moved here from California to take care of his mother. I was in the same situation, taking care of my mother with dementia. My mom has since passed on, and Dave is still doing that hard work, which I totally appreciate. Dave's played a number of... Tom, sorry. That's the stage thing. That's not, it's not because I forgot his name, but Tom's played a lot of our open mic nights, and also has done his CD release party here. And he's got some just amazing and perfectly worded political songs.
Yeah. Remember my Capo's last minute?
There are seats up front too, whole row.
The first row of church. I'm not David Rovics. He's got more hair than I do. And a following, which he's letting me borrow for about 20 minutes. So here's some original music. Read. So this is a quick medley called Shit Floats and There's Something in the Water. Politics. If you wonder why our leaders are so useless, and why they're not the cream of the crop, why they're taking bribes and cheating on their wives, why they tell us lies and can't stop. I should have breathed before I come here. Give me 1 second to catch my breath. Okay, try this again. If you wonder why our leaders are so useless, why they're not the cream of the crop, why they're taking bribes and cheating on their wives, why they tell us lies and can't stop. If you wonder why they have so many secrets, why they waste their time on the green, if you wonder why they never find consensus, or why they're so goddamn mean, if you wonder why so many are moronic, or why they're a bunch of old white goats, we think we get to choose, but every time we lose, that's because shit floats. And I grew up under Jimmy Carter. Reagan was a bit of a jolt. I will always take a peanut farmer over a warmonger feeling his oats. And I endured the rain and the bushes. Oh my God, I thought it'd never end. And then came Nirvana in the form of Barack Obama. It wasn't perfect, but please bring back that sweet Prince again. Because since then it's been something of a shit show. The loonies have crawled out from their rocks. Oh, I always thought the Nazis were discredited, but I guess in some circles they're not. So pour me another glass of whiskey. I ain't drinking that water anymore. You can wake me up when the right side's up, or the left side, and things are nearly fucked up like before. Oh, there must be something in the water, or something in the air we can't see. But till my country's back to merely being whacked, it's just beer and whiskey for me. So Marx famously said that religion was the opiate of the people, I believe, or something. Of the masses? Yeah. So I have a slightly different take. This is called Count Me In. Count me in. If you're praying to the Lord, count me in. For forgiveness and the laying down of swords, count me in. For the glory, count me in. For the bliss in the kingdom of heaven, count me in. Count me in. If you're on your knees for peace, count me in. If you're praying for the wars to cease, count me in. Jesus knows that for friend and foe, turning of the cheek. Count me in for the mercy and the charity for the meek. Put me down for 20, count me in. I ain't got the faith of a saint. If you ask me if there's a God, I'll say there ain't. But when I use his name, it's often in vain. But I love his creation, so I'll say it again. Count me in. When you're at your hidden shrine, count me in. For the incense and the ego denied. Count me in for the music and the love of beasts and fowl. Count me in for the yoga and the sacredness of cow. Count me in at your Buddhist retreat. Count me in all the noble truths of the word on the street. Count me in for the fasting and the meditating, but that shit's hard. Count me in. I ain't got the patience of devotee. In fact, my mind just wanders like a bee. Like the Buddha, I am fat. Like a yogi, I like mats. And I do starting to get that I ain't all that. Count me in. If I can pick and choose, count me in. Your dogma is giving me the blues. And I don't believe in sin or original or new and improved, but I do believe in love. Count me in. Woo! Cindy mentioned my songs were a little wordy.
Perfect.
Actually,
Perfect.
Yeah. So here's one that's about a bunch of things. Eisenhower told us that war was fought on the backs of the poor. F-35s cost too much to drive. I had $500 million I could buy 5. Must be something wrong with this world. And we grow all the food we need. A lot of it gets wasted as feed. We're pigs that never see the light, and cows don't get treated right. Chickens on Prozac so they don't commit suicide. There's something wrong with this world. Our children are dying in schools. Congress won't make any rules. So easy to get a gun, now who can own just one? See Dick bring his gun to school, see Jane run. Something wrong with this world. Not everything is black and white, but healthcare should be a human right. We generate so much wealth, let's spend it on our health instead of giving it to some CEO who only cares about himself. There's something wrong with this world. And the history books are full of guys like me. Straight white males standing 6'3"-ish. But humans come in many shapes, sizes, colors, who they date. Leaders exploit differences, spreading lies and hate. There's something wrong with this world. And we once fought a war to end all wars. Hitler came along and wanted more. World War III would be the end of you and me. Fascism remains popular, even in the land of the free. Something wrong with this world. And our plastics are clogging up the sea. If they could speak, the fish would make a plea. They'd say, curb your excesses, clean up your own messes. I ain't saying who's to blame, I'll just give you 3 guesses. It's capitalism. There's something wrong with this world. And free trade sounds like a pretty good deal. It's just one more way corporations steal. Cheaper labor here, less regulations there, like vultures destroying cultures, like they don't care. There's something wrong with this world. Every group of folks is unique. It's the people of Gaza for whom I speak. A culture we should celebrate, instead we choose to annihilate. Don't put my name on those bombs that used to kill and mutilate children. Something wrong with this world. There's something wrong with this world. Everything's turned upside down. We're gonna make it right. We're gonna have to fight, not with guns. Love will see us through this long, dark night. But there's something wrong with this world. I've been around a while. Read some books, I surfed the dial. I've traveled many miles. I think I've learned some stuff. This song is my way to vent. Do my part, make a dent. For a cause I feel's evident. Capitalism sucks. The wealth gap has gotten obscene. Rich folks ride in their limousines. Most of us are chained to a machine. Capitalism sucks. It warps our sense of what's fair. Conditions us not to care. And poisons the water and air. Capitalism sucks. Society based on need. Imagine that instead of one that caters to greed. Some hungry mouths to feed. And capitalism sucks. I used to believe what they said. I thought better dead than red. And then I started using my head. And the manifesto I read. What about the hungry and the poor? What about this endless war? These are some of the wolves at the door. Capitalism sucks. Democracy doesn't have a chance with the oligarchs calling the dance, and the emperor has no pants. Capitalism sucks. You've heard this one before. How about, you say Marx didn't have all his facts. You say Marx's theories had cracks. I say he wielded a mighty axe when he said capitalism sucks. Now they're priming us for war. Like that's what our children are for. It's a distraction, nothing more. And capitalism sucks. And the corporations are peddling the arms in a race to profit from harm. It's a system, it's corrupt to the core. Capitalism sucks. Well, I used to abide by their rules. You might say I was one of their tools. And then a pair of you know what I grew. Now I'm smashing shit up. How about you? What about the hungry and the poor? What about this endless war? It's a system that's corrupt to the core. Capitalism sucks. Say it with me if you agree. Capitalism sucks. I thought this was the right
Uh-oh.
Oh, we lost the
Yeah.
light.
He'll be back.
So on a lighter note, oh, really, I wrote this the week of 9/11, so it doesn't, bear with me. About a week later after 9/11, I noticed all these American flags popping up on all these minivans outside where I work. So I wrote a song about minivans. I got a U.S. flag and I'm gonna fly it high. Hope to fly till the day I die. When I die, drink it on my coffin. I'll bear it proud till the words come in. Ow.
Perfect timing, huh?
Suck out my brains, turn my insides out. And I've got a ranch house in the suburbs, up on a hill far from the action. But if my country calls, I'll be proud to send my sons to die in a foreign land, face down in the sand, so I can drive my minivan. My minivan, it's my best friend. Got room for 8, I'll trade her in. On this SUV, if my wife lets me. In this country, you can't be free without the key to minivan. And I see the world through clear blue eyes. If I carry a gun, don't be surprised. I like my burgers with freedom fries. I don't like cats or convict lovers, tree huggers, welfare mothers, or Democrats. And I believe in the word of God. I'm talking Bible, not upon a shot. The Koran thumpers on their holy jihads can kiss my holy ass. They don't like freedom, they don't need them. I won't see them in my minivan. My minivan, my best friend. Got room for 8, I can trade her in. On SUV, if my wife leaves me. This country can't be free, don't you see? Without the key to an SUV or minivan. If I can do one quick one. This one I really hoped would be obsolete by now. I like to lend a hand to my fellow man. When it comes to easing suffering, I'll do it if I can, and I don't hesitate if my help you should require. Yeah, satisfy your needs is my desire. I like to share a joke with all kinds of folks. Lighten up the mood, sometimes some fun I like to poke, and I don't hesitate. If the party is a dud, even if my jokes fall flat with a thud. But I don't like genocide under any guise. I don't even dip my toe to the pool on that side. Don't have to ask my pa. I don't have an heart. I just don't like genocide. I like to celebrate when some good news breaks. Been known by a round or take a birthday cake, and I don't hesitate. Take some time to stop and smile. You're like me, you celebrate in style. I like to share a meal. I like the cards to give. You bring it. I'm sorry. It's peanut butter. Sorry. I like. Where was I? Share a meal. I like the cards to give. Oh, I'd rather sit around the table, feeling what is real, and I don't hesitate. When the board games come out, Candyland is what I'm all about. But I don't like genocide under any guise. I don't even dip my toe into the pool on that side. Don't have to ask my pa. I don't have it all. I just don't like genocide. Declaration of the United Nations in 1948 defined genocide as a crime committed with the intent to destroy an ethnic, racial, religious, social group in whole or in part. It's been ratified by 153 nations, including the United States and Israel. And member states are obliged to punish and prevent genocide and not to do it. I like to walk my dog, I like to take a jog. I'd rather go around the block than sitting at home reading blogs, and I don't hesitate to talk to neighbors in the street. I walk my dog so I can meet and greet. But I don't like genocide under any guise. And I don't even dip my toe into that pool on that side. Don't have to ask my paw. I don't have any paw. But I just don't like genocide. Oh, I just don't like genocide. Oh, I just don't like genocide. Yeah, so I'm Tom Wernigg. I got some CDs here and a mailing list if you're interested. And let's bring on the main act.